don't actually have a poem tonight because they're not really in the Christmas spirit. They're very concerned about Canadian attitudes towards the Syrian refugees, and they feel that consumerism is run rampant. Part of the reason they feel this way is because they haven't been able to have a drink for a year. They've been in lockdown, still in lockdown. So there is no poem, but Oscar's been focusing his energies on his writing. So this is Oscar would like to share a few words from his memoir. This is called District Maine Dogs and Basic Instincts. So the dogs of District Maine have had plenty of time for sober thinking about the state of the world and the state of their own souls. Since we were grounded for the better part of 2015, on account of a few careless evenings of intoxication with our Lord and Mentor, Snoop Dogg. Our therapeutic reprogramming sessions have been helpful to almost all of us. But let's face it, there's only so much one nostril breathing that dogs like Finnegan, Kit, and Apple are going to benefit from. Recently we got to talking about the importance of self-awareness as a way of curbing instincts and inappropriate enthusiasm, to better fit into polite society and not embarrass our humans with cell phones. And with sophomoric bad acting. At least that's how the story goes. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for instincts. I'm a big fan of them, with sufficient self-awareness, self-actualization. A dog can access those deep, dark places from where ecstatic knowledge erupts. A place most humans barely scratch. Far be it from me, though, to sit back and talk about instincts at my age. I can't tell people that they should follow their instincts, because instincts are pure and therefore redeemable. It's okay. I can assure you that old Rocco down at the dog park was following his instincts with Rottweiler precision when he took out that emotional mess of a Boston Terrier last year. And that I'm following mine every time I tug at a toddler's spit-stained sweater to signal this noise must stop. Any wise dog will tell you that instincts are overrated and that culinary comfort only comes to our kind if we're patient and sufficiently motivated to avoid the dog-eat-dog world of the streets and learn to live a better way. As I explained to Mama and Big Daddy in the intellectual campfire of 2015, it's not enough to trust your instincts. Any disadvantaged mongrel or inbred imbecile knows that. It's more about balance, about knowing how to manipulate your environment and how instincts require relentless refining for a dog to maximize his chances of being well fed long before even thinking of blowing anybody's mind. I told them they ought to come down to the dog park more often if they want to know about balance, because down there balance is essential and understood. It's not merely a question of choice. So I asked them, what if the only thing those dogs down there had was instinct? Would you want to hang out in that park? The rest was pretty much campfire and silence. Old Rocco has a saying that goes, if you can't take your one wild animal by the hand or throat, if need be, as you soak up the joy of all civilized dog parks, then you might want to keep a low profile or maybe even find another dog park. So for those of you new around here at District Maine, I'll leave you tonight with a bit of my dog biography. I was born in the mythical month of September 2001, and by the time the great Pemberton snowfall had marooned half the town, I was the only pup left. I watched helpless as the best minds of my litter were destroyed by separation madness, dragged naked and howling into the human streets and onto God knows where. Then came the grandkids. Small children are a serious Dachshund's version of hell, and most of us still believe in a version of heaven that has them as chew toys. based on old dog park justice that lingers heavy until a dog wills himself to read. I've had a good life, a bit middle class for my taste, but Mama has always wanted nothing but the best for me. She lets me do what I need to do, to go within reason where I need to go, to be who I know deep down in dog knowledge I was always meant to be, a reader, a writer, a teacher of pups, a comedian, a lover of things beautiful, musical, vocal, and true. A dog's dog. An imperfectly brilliant dachshund who has sucked the proverbial marrow from too many an honest bone to be silent any longer. Who is in the winter of his time here and who wants to say a joyful and proper goodbye.